Your new identity will cost you your old identity. And this is something that I think it's sometimes hard to grasp, or it's not something that we might want to live with or accept, because there are parts from our current identity that might be serving us, not even serving us, they might just feel familiar. That's what you know. Who you are right now and the life you have right now, that's all you know. That's your identity. So having to let that go and move on, it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel good. And it feels scary because it's letting go all you know. But it's very hard to step into the next identity if you keep dragging the current one with you. And I also wrote that you need to keep in mind you can't change without changing. Something has to change. A lot of times I see this so much in myself as well. We want to change. We want life to be better. We want life to be different, but we don't want to change anything about it. We don't want to change ourselves to change our life. But if nothing changes, nothing will change. And it might not sound good in the moment, but that's the reality. It is not going to feel good. It is not going to, not even good. It is not going to feel, you won't feel certain. You won't feel a lot of times even good because it's just unknown. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of questioning that comes with that because this is new. You might not even know how it is to feel good about yourself or your life. So even feeling good about your life or having your life improve might not feel good because you're not used to it. It might seem like something is off. I don't feel bad. And nothing is really wrong. It's just that it's new. It's not something that you're used to. And also, with changing comes not just the addition, where you add things to your life, but also retraction and letting go. And this is something that I would battle with a lot. I would keep adding things to my life, keep adding things to work on, to improve, but I wouldn't let go. I would struggle to let go. I would struggle to not try to take those things with me. And I think one thing that helped me to identify that or become aware of it was when I was doing the offline challenge. For 21 days, I was offline every day until 8 p.m. So no phone. I mean, I would have phone, but there was no social media. There was no music, no podcasts, no YouTube, pretty much nothing apart from, unless it was like work related. And as I was going through that challenge, I became very aware of many things. One of them was how much I would overcomplicate things or overcomplicate my life. So I started one by one, go through my life areas and look at things that I can simplify. But with simplifying comes letting go. And that did not feel good. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know there was something that I thought, okay, I should let this go. I should just move on, let this go. And I would struggle with that thought or that idea. It felt like the more I would think about letting go, the more I would want to attach to it because the more I would have this perceived sense of safety or certainty that I would get with that because that's what I know. It might not serve me, but that's what I know. But then the moment I made that decision and I actually let go, it's like the fear vanished. And I felt this sense of relief, sense of lightness, sense of space. There's space that opened up for something new to come in. And I feel like when we try to change ourselves, a lot of times we try to change ourselves with dragging all these things that are not serving us with us and try to add something on top of it where now it's just too much. You're gonna burn out, but also there's no space for the new to actually stay. It's like all the shelves where you could put the new, they are filled. You can try to squeeze in the new one, but the old one is still there. You need to remove the old to free up the space for the new so that it can actually stay there and be there. And it's not going to happen overnight. And with this, also important thing to keep in mind is that when it comes to, I don't know, changing your identity, there's a delay where the person you are today is a result of decisions that were taken by the version of you 6 months ago. And that version of you might not have believed that you will be the person you are today. That might not have identified as the person you are today. And a good example would be somebody getting in shape. When you start the journey, you don't identify as somebody who is fit. But after 6 months of consistency, you will start to see results. So you will start to see yourself more as a healthy person. But it's because of the actions you took that you got the result. And you took those actions before you identified as a healthy person. Because at that time, you didn't have proof that you're a healthy person. So you had to take those steps to show yourself that you are somebody who lives healthy lifestyle. And with time, it just becomes your normal. Whereas before, your normal might have been unhealthy lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle. And in general, I think there's usually that delay where you take action and you don't identify as the action that you take. But then once you have taken enough action, there's so much proof of you being that person that you don't even question it. You just become it. And I think that's where once you go through this journey, just keep in mind that you probably won't feel great all the time. You won't identify as this transformed person. And transformation might happen different than you might imagine or see it in movies, but it doesn't make it less of a transformation. You're still changing. And a lot of times it's literally, it all comes down to decisions you make today. And that's all you really have is today. And decisions you make today will determine the person you'll become tomorrow. And the decisions you'll make tomorrow will determine the person you'll become the day after. And if you make those decisions right, it's kind of like you have these two paths. I have example. Like there was this one time when I was on my way to the gym and it was in the store. And at the same time, as I was walking downstairs, I was thinking, oh, I want to have, I don't know what I wanted, something unhealthy, like chips or something. And it's kind of like I have this visual where I can go straight and I go into the gym and do my workout, do sauna, healthy decision, or I go to the other side and I go buy the unhealthy food. I go home, I probably eat that food, don't really feel that good about myself. So I just end up the whole evening unproductive, watching something, maybe getting some more unhealthy food since I already failed my diet or whatever. So there's two paths. And that's just one day. And if you look kind of further, you can start to see how this one decision can affect that I go to gym, and then after gym, I end up going to sauna. After sauna, I have healthy dinner. After that healthy dinner, I go to sleep on time. And the next day I wake up, I'm feeling good because I don't feel bad about the yesterday's decisions. And it's more likely I will take the next good decision. And that's where you can see that it all comes down to just decisions. So instead of focusing on, do I have this identity or do I don't have this identity? Make decisions that fuel the person you want to be. And soon enough, you will be that person.